What is up, boys? Welcome back to another video. We're in the Lancer headed towards Autobahn because we've got to pick up some stuff for the Lancer, of course. I've basically been dailing the Turbo Lancer everywhere for the past week. It's so much fun, guys. I love this car, man. Bro, there's like a magpie that just landed in the Lancer. What the hell, man?
What are you doing? Get off my car.
We're gonna pick up some parts to make this thing look cool because we have an incomplete body kit. As you can see, it's currently got a bumper, side skirts, but it's missing something on the rear. So the boys at Autobahn are gonna help me out and we're gonna make this thing look sick. Damn, she's looking pretty nice. Alrighty, boys, we are here in Autobahn now. We're looking for something pretty specific, the paint section. We do need some paint and some bog and some filler. Autobahn literally has everything, guys. Whoa, you got everything here, man. Plastidip. I remember back being like 18 years old doing my first mods with Plastidip, blacking out those badges. But this is the stuff that we are after today. Some motor spray. We need some wax and grease remover. Maybe some spray on stuff. This might be really good. And I'm running out of sandpaper, so... Now we're gonna need some primer as well because we're painting. This stuff looks perfect. Bumper primer, baby. A lot of you guys were complaining about safety in the previous videos, so I'll make sure to get myself a respirator to make sure that my lungs are safe during painting. I do read all the comments, so thank you guys. I wish I had Peter here. I'm running out of hands. All right, we're just putting our stuff at the front counter now. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you drive?
I'm Regan. I drive an XR5 Turbo. Nothing crazy, but it's a bit broken at the moment.
Oh no, what's wrong with it?
I went on a mountain run on Friday, just Mount Dandy with some homies, and then I got a boost leak. I'm actually missing 2 bolts from my turbo to my downpipe, but it's just leaking. Makes a flappy, raspy noise. I drove my brother's car today, so let the XR5 sleep at home. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. How's the chaser?
All right, we've just dropped some stuff off at the front because we need to pick up some more stuff. Yeah, we got a bunch to do today, guys. All right, shout out to Doug and Regan. Got myself some bags from Autobahn. Let's go have some fun. Gotta make this thing pretty again. I gotta give this thing a good wash. Man, I don't know what car to put up here when we have a meet next time. The Lancer, the Chaser, the E-Series Barra. We'll figure it out, but let's get to working on this thing. Filling up with some 98 now because this thing drinks petrol like crazy. Luckily, a full tank on this thing is like 30 liters. If it wasn't, I'd be so sad. I can't let go of the wheel on throttle. This car just torques ears like crazy. Oh man. All right, boys, we are back at home. And just a quick reminder, we have a 1-week sale happening on at benkispec.com. We have these jumpers. This jumper's still available too. Have a sus. 1-week sale, it's ending next Friday. So grab one before it ends. All right, boys, today we're gonna be installing some big brakes on the Lamborghini. We're also doing that other thing with the paint cans that we just bought at Autobahn. But the reason why we're upgrading the brakes on this thing is because on the Touareg we were struggling bad, man. It was really bad. We had a crazy amount of brake fade. And as you can see, these brake pads that were in there have a lot of brake dust, which means either the brake pads just let off a lot of dust or they're just crap. Anyway, massive shout out to Mike Lake because a few months ago, Mike Lake donated his brakes off his Lancer, and yeah, have a sus. They're big brakes, and we're gonna chuck these on my Lancer. So this should give us an awesome braking difference. And I think it's got some eBay Brembo pads, which is, oh, they got heaps of life left, mad. Thanks, Mike. Always lube your nuts.
You want to try that again? How do you lube your nuts?
Like this. Ooh, axle boot not looking amazing. Almost out. Out with the old. All right, let's compare the two. Now, firstly, have a look at this. You can see that the brake pad was completely worn out and we're basically metal on metal. You can see there's like no pad left in there. Can you see the pad? You can kind of see the pad right there. Now, if you look at the overall diameter of our new pads and rotors, the actual brake caliper is significantly bigger than the one on the 4G15 Lancer. And as you can see, the rotor as well, the diameter of it is much larger. So we're gonna chuck these on and hopefully we get some extra braking performance. Alrighty, boys, we have finally installed the new brakes and calipers and discs and all that good stuff from Mike Lake. Have a sus, it's looking pretty good. It all looks OEM, nothing looks really different, but all you know from the previous clips is that it's bigger in diameter and the brake calipers are a lot bigger. So this should give us way more clamping force. We're just going to bleed the brakes now and then the car's back on the ground. I love the slots as well. This thing's going to brake like a beast. Hello, sir.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? I miss everyone. That Bilo life.
All right, Lance is almost ready. Woo! Well, they definitely work. I've actually got braking force. Yeah, let's go for a quick one. They stop, but they need another bleed, and then the heat shields are rubbing against the rotors, so
Yeah.
I need to bend them away.
I could hear you like scraping all the way down the whole street.
Yeah, everyone was looking at me as I was driving past them. They were just like, "What the f is that?" Good morning, guys. We are back. We just put the brakes on the Lancer. It feels pretty good. Does need another bleed, but we are now going to start working on the pods that we have for the Lancer, the rear bumper pods. Now, of course, we picked these up on Facebook Marketplace. Have a look. Got some bare white pods that we need to install on the back of the Lancer, and I reckon that's going to look sick, but we do need to delete these mud flaps right here. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to take them off, and then we're going to try fit them up and see how it looks. Over here we have some Moto spray products that we're going to try for the very first time. We're going to see how well this works. Luckily the surface isn't too pitted or anything, so we don't need to fill up anything. We also have some sandpaper and of course the mask from Autobahn. We've done plenty of painting videos in the past, so I'm just going to sand this down with some 400 grit, then put some filler primer on it, some bumper high filler primer from Moto Spray, and then assess from there. Then I'll probably sand it down and then apply the base coat and then the clear. Really excited to use this stuff too, because this will really help with getting a very clean surface. So because these are OEM rear pods, it looks like they have like all these tabs underneath, and we need to delete those because my bumper doesn't have the holes for it. So I'm just going to chop them away, and I'm just going to get rid of all the double-sided tape that's on the bottom there. All right, there's no turning back now. Rip. Just sanded these with some 400 grit sandpaper, and as you can see, they are turning out quite good. Nice and smooth to the touch, and I'm just gonna let them dry in the sun for a second before I clean them. All right, boys, we got the primer on now. Look at how flat that is, man. It looks so sick, and look who just turned up. What is this nugget, man?
I actually don't own it anymore. Gets picked up tonight.
Oh no.
It's time for a new car.
I swear Zach has a new car every time he turns up here. What's up, Zachy boy?
What's going on? Yeah, this thing, it got sold, so that's alright.
Can you pop it for us?
There's nothing to them.
How big are they? 900cc. Oh my god, it's like tilted, bro.
It's like,
what
it's
the?
so... Like I changed the carby on it, took like 10 minutes.
What
It's
the?
so easy. That's special.
Alright boys, we have now sanded down the bumper spats again. This time with 600 grit on top of the primer. Have a look, it's looking pretty dang smooth. Just letting these dry again, and we're gonna put some base coat on now. We also have a new visitor, Benza!
June Prime.
Alright guys, got 2 coats of base paint on. Still need to do a bit more, but it's almost ready. Alrighty boys, check this out. It is now the next day, and these things are dry to the touch. Nice and shiny. We're going to install these now on the Lamborghini. We've got the Lamborghini jacked up in the air because I have a suspicion we're going to need to take the rear wheels off in order to drill some new holes, as the OEM holes for the mud flaps don't actually line up with the bumper pods. I've added some double-sided tape to the rear pod. Hopefully this holds on pretty good.
More spirits in me than a bottle shop. Fans coming up to me, I'm blowing like a Molotov. Where they at? Swerving through the hills, we got bourbon and some.
And guys, just like that, we are done with the Lancer. Look at that, man. I honestly can't believe how good this car is looking after just some simple body modifications, just some side skirts, some rear pods right here, and a bumper. It looks so good. I'm so happy with it, and the paint that I got from Autobahn matched perfectly. You can't even really tell. Only there's a bit of orange peel, which is my own fault, but yeah, you can't even tell, man. This side shows it better. Yeah, you really can't tell the difference in paint color there. We ended up using a bolt on the OEM hole for the mud flap, and we also ended up using a zip tie. Not too sure if you're going to be able to see it, but there's a zip tie just under here. And as you can see, guys, that's not going anywhere, so we've got them on pretty damn good. Pretty happy with that. Every day that goes past, we're getting this thing closer and closer to looking like an Evo, and also it sort of performs like an Evo, like I talked about in one of the other videos. This is as quick, if not quicker, than a standard Evo from the exact same time, so Surprising what a little 1.5 can do, and a little bit of a tuning tune. Well, that's a tongue twister and a half, but just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching these Lancer videos. I really genuinely enjoy making them. It's so much fun working on a little nugget like this. I got to get this video out by today, so by the time you see this video, it'll be the exact same day that I'm filming it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, chuck us a like. If you want to see more Lancer content, click subscribe, and I will speak to you all in the next one. See ya.